Hi, and welcome to my YouTube video. Today we're going to be looking at all the sketchbooks that I finished in 2023. This one actually starts in my junior year of high school, so in 2022. And I start off, you can see I'm starting drawing off in color pencil because I was trying to get away from the super scratchy lines that I typically tended to fall into when I was using just regular graphite pencils. And I thought color pencils would be a nice transition from those into like pen, which I think is a little more unforgiving. And so there's lots of life drawings here that don't look exactly right, so please excuse those. And also please excuse my crunchy closet recorded audio because I need to buy a mic. But anyways, we're just gonna get past these first few drawings. You can see there's ones that are repeated, like I drew them once in color pencil and I drew them again in pen because I wasn't comfortable enough drawing them in pen the first time. And there's these little, I actually had a lot of fun doing these little gestures of my bird. But you can see I starred certain ones because they were for my CISA application and I just didn't like all of them. So there's quite a couple of CISA application drawings in here. This one's another one of them. And this is where I actually start drawing in pen. So things are about to get a little rough, but they'll get better, I promise. This is where I was just drawing figure skating poses from a video, pausing and starting, and I do that quite a couple times. I didn't realize how much I did that in these sketchbooks, but it's really fun because they have really dynamic poses. And again, more very rough pen drawings. I start to get a little more confident as the drawings go on. You can kind of see cleaner lines, or cleaner lines, sorry, but it is rough for the most part. It is rough in here. This blue page over here was done by my sister, and that's why it's like that. Not the second blue page, this one. And then the second one, that was me, regrettably. Again, drawing things twice, multiple times, just trying to get more, I guess, reps in for different things. I kind of here, I think is kind of one of the big turning points. I was drawing people in chairs a lot, and I kind of started to understand the folds in the fabric. And there's also Remy Ratatouille because we were watching Ratatouille in class. Here on the right, we were watching Sing 2, which is what I think those all are. But yeah, then now it's the summertime. This was the summer before my senior year, and I was putting off doing my CalArts Sketchbook. So I was just doing whatever I wanted in my regular sketchbook. These are actually, on the left, sketches for one of the first pages in my CalArts Sketchbook. And then just more drawings. Oh my god. So these wolves, there's 10 pages of wolves in this sketchbook, and it's really funny because every time I go to show someone the sketchbook, they pause and they're like, oh, this is, and I'm like, wait, I can explain. It's because I wanted to draw wolves. I actually really like these two. I'm gonna point to shortly. Yeah, they're right there. Those ones are pretty nice, but I was just trying to do studies of wolves because I wanted to draw some in my CalArts sketchbook and then figure out how to draw them from memory. But that's why there's so many of them, because anatomically it was very difficult for me, but to everyone else it just looks really questionable. So there's that. And then just practicing more life drawings. My cousins wrote in red all over my sketchbook, which was fun. Then there's a portrait of me done by my uncle right there, which is really nice of him. He was so dramatic about it, and I really thought he was going to turn around and show me some masterpiece, but well, I guess it was a masterpiece actually, so never mind. Then this is the start of my senior year, so some more figure skating drawings. Oh, how nice. And life drawings, the top right, that was also practice for my CalArts sketchbook. And then here, this is notes about the movie The Fall. Not the one where they're trapped in the tower, a different one. It was kind of trippy. On the right, that my friend drew those, which was really fun. We did a little sketchbook swap. I'm featured also as an Among Us on that page. Moving on, more notes. On the left is for the movie Moonlight, and then on the right I got these acrylic markers, which I have a lot of fun with in all my sketchbooks, so you'll see more of those later on. Notes for Citizen Kane. I actually fell asleep during that movie, and I woke up and I was so disoriented. I had no clue what was going on, Also, Batman Begins, that was a really good movie. And a drawing of my dad in the car, and I don't really know what's going on at the top of that page, but this next one over here was I drew my room, but like with actual perspective. So that was pretty nice because usually I just kind of like feel it out as I go, which is not good. And it was satisfying to kind of see it all come together and look like actually real. There's also these hand drawings. All of those 4 things were for college applications. And there's also this page of me just playing tic-tac-toe with my sister, which I must have been really bored. These upcoming pages are mostly all from AP Gov because I didn't really have anything to do with my hands in that class, so I just took to drawing a lot of different things. You can see my very excessively decorative notes that probably were not very helpful in me studying. Not even probably. I did not use them to study. So yeah. But then you can see my sister had her little Naruto phase, which she drew in my sketchbook for some reason. So we love that. There's also some orange drawings here. I think this was like right after I finished my CalArts sketchbook. So actually, let's go to that one right now. Okay, so this is my CalArts sketchbook. I drew this drawing of my sister and my bird like last because when I started, I had no confidence in my artistic abilities at all. This was the illustration that I practiced in my other sketchbook, if you remember that. I did some studies of motorcycles because I really wanted a motorcycle in my senior year, but I had no idea how to drive one and I probably would have crashed. So it was a good thing I didn't get one. There's also this gouache painting that I did the sketch for in a fountain pen and the ink was not waterproof. Rookie mistake. But it's fine. And then there's these drawings of football players. I just had a lot of fun doing them. There's a redemption page for this left page later because I could not leave that in there just randomly. I also had lice and it was like I was fine, but it was very itchy. So I think, conveyed that. Here are more life drawings, and I was also just trying to figure out how to turn my school mascot into a little comic. It was never actually made into one. And then these drawings that I used to study for Gov, I disliked greatly and still dislike greatly. I liked this drawing a lot actually on the left, but not the ones on the right. But this whole mock trial section I really liked, and I used this for a couple of different applications because I was really proud of how clean and like in the moment it felt, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it. This was a little water polo game. I remember having a lot of fun. It was a really exciting game, but it was also really cold, so that was not great. There's these Prince of Egypt studies that I had so much fun doing because I love that movie. And again, more drawings. These ones were of my sister and her friend, and then there were some at school. And geese, let me tell you, geese are actually terrifying. I will put a picture here of what it looks like when a geese has its mouth open, but that was also really fun. And finals week hit, so after this, like, there's still, like, I think, like, 60 pages left in the sketchbook, and I did them all over winter break, and I was just doing an insane number, because I had, like, 2 weeks to do them, so I was doing, like, 5 pages a day, which was definitely not ideal. So the pages from here on out get a little less inspired, a little less varied, but I did think I like improved a lot during winter break just because I was drawing so much every day, and I was also taking a life drawing class, which is why you'll see all these actually like nude models drawn like on my sketchbook pages. There's just a lot of them because that's what I was doing at the time, was taking this class and doing the assignments for the class. I also did some pages at Knott's Berry Farm, which was really fun just because I felt like, oh my god, the art kid doing the little drawings in line. But they were like all very shaky just because, again, I did them in line. But that was a fun little experiment, if you will. And here we have just more of these life drawings. I think I did get a lot more comfortable doing these because I remember when I first started doing them, it was very much like I had no clue what to do, and they were all like, they were each 2-minute like gestures, or that's what they were supposed to be. So it was very difficult for me to get enough like detail, and I kept having to go back. I did really like this page, oh my god, with these hands, because I had a lot of fun doing the structure first and then kind of doing the little details with pen over it. I did like also these acrylic portraits, especially the center one on the left, and on the right that's my little redemption page. I did really like doing these more technical portraits. I'd never really done anything like that before. Then there's more life drawings on the right, and I was also, if you've been seeing like little characters and just like randomly on each page, I was just trying to like make a bunch of different characters and do them in these little acrylic markers that I have now. And this was just, I went to a coffee shop with one of my friends, and I went to karaoke after, and I will say it was quite an experience trying to draw in the karaoke. But again, I was just desperate to get as many pages done as I could, so I brought this sketchbook everywhere with me. But it was nice in that I got really into the habit of just drawing everywhere, which I think was something I had like a fear of almost, because I was so like worried about like, oh my god, who's gonna be like looking at me drawing. But the reality is like no one cares. Not that no one cares, but like no one will like be gawking at you out in public drawing, because it's just your thing. And even if they are, who cares? Like, do it. I also really liked this page with the birds. I did like gestures underneath, and I think it was like a Tombow pen, and then over them in pen I did like little poses of my bird from videos or pictures that I really liked. These are some skeletal studies of, I think, hamsters, but I don't really know why I did the skeletal study when I like didn't even like then go on to use it in the actual like finished designs on that page, but whatever. More life drawings, another drawing of my room, and once again figure skating drawings. And this actually concludes this sketchbook, which is crazy. I thought it would never end, thank goodness. And now we're back to these Naruto drawings and this other sketchbook, and we're gonna move on to the drawings I did over the summer. This was the summer after my senior year, so it was really weird because I just graduated high school and I wasn't really sure what I was doing, so I didn't draw a whole ton. I was also taking summer classes, which you'll see here, and oh, there's a little jump scare under that sticky note, but that's fine. I also drew Rocky and Carmi because I just really liked their facial features. Were very sculpted, and I had a lot of fun drawing them in like all the different planes. And then over here I got the core watercolors. I was gifted them from my friend. There's some drawings over there of me trying to figure out faces, but also these are like very badly like off model from memory like drawings of characters from Nimona. I really like that movie though. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Then over here we have this drawing of my sister and my best friend doing a little diamond painting, which is still not done because it was huge and it's literally gonna take me like 5 more years to finish that thing. But yeah, and we have some more portraits that I colored in with the watercolors that I was gifted. And on this next page, we have kind of when I started going to university. So the first night in the common room, we watched Superbad. And if I know you in real life and you see yourself depicted here, no, you don't. And if you ask me about it, I'm not gonna answer you. I'm just gonna let the video speak for itself. So I do apologize if I did anyone dirty, but yeah. So this is kind of getting into first semester, and then I have a sketch because this one ends like a couple weeks into first semester, so I have one for the rest of it. My roommate did that page. Love her. It's so colorful, and it's like every time I go through my sketchbook, I get so surprised. I'm like, yay! Oh my god. So yeah, and then I went to, there's notes on the left for 2D design class, but I also went to a Sunday drawing session at university and did some little drawings there. But again, getting back into the swing of things after kind of not doing much over the summer, so it was very rough. It started out very rough, let's say that. But I did like some of these drawings, and that's it. That's the end of that sketchbook. Before this sketchbook, and the CalArts one, I'd never actually finished a sketchbook, like, ever. So it was weird that in 2023 I finished 3. Like, that was really strange for me. But now starts this one. This one's an accordion fold. So you'll kind of see it, all the pages are connected like this, which was a really fun thing to like have as an option. And sometimes I don't use it like in the best way because I just like treat the pages like their own pages. But it was something that was really fun while I was doing the sketchbook, was the ability to go on to the other page. And now I find that when I'm drawing in a regular sketchbook, I've gotten so used to the accordion fold that I keep trying to go on to the next page when like I can't, and that creates an issue for me where I won't plan something out properly, and like a head will be cut off or something really important will not be on the page, and so I just have to kind of draw it on the next page, which isn't a super big deal because like as long as I get to draw the thing, it's still like good practice. But it does just bother me when I look back on it and I'm just like, oh my god, like why did I do that? But moving on, we have here some thumbnails for an assignment I did for class, and some more drawings of tables and chairs. There's a lot of drawings of tables and chairs in the sketchbook, and I really liked these hand ones that I did because they felt very spontaneous, and I just liked how they came out also. And again, more tables and chairs. There's a little balloon there. I don't think it comes off as a balloon, but it was a little jack-o'-lantern balloon. The good thing about the sketchbook is that you kind of just turn it over and now you have another 20 pages because there's like one side of the accordion and then the other side of the accordion. So this is the second side, and just starting off with some random little doodles, and there's like the designs for a 3D project I did. There's also these little flamingo drawings that I drew from pictures I took at the San Diego Zoo a long time ago but never use. And again, more like San Diego Zoo pictures. And here I drew the common room, and I thought I did my friend so dirty, but he saw it and he like was like, oh, send me a picture of this, and I was like, you're joking. But whatever. I then was just drawing a lot of different people. It was kind of like the sketchbook was coming to an end and I didn't really know what to draw, but I just wanted to like kind of get there, like finish it. So that's why there's like a lot of different random things. And again, if you see yourself, no you didn't. Here my friend asked me to draw her, and so I did, and then later I was just swatching highlighters and I just used that page because there's a lot of like empty space on it. And now, as we are coming to the end of the year and the end of the sketchbook, I did a little recap of some of my favorite photos that I took in that semester and drew them. And I will say it was very hit or miss. Some I liked, some I was like, oh dear, what have I done? But that concludes the sketchbook. Thank you guys for watching my very stream of consciousness sketchbook tour video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and shameless plug, if you want to see the process of this illustration, head on over to my Instagram. Yeah, thank you and have a nice day.